أجمعين أما بعد. Alhamdulillah, this zakat is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Arkanul Islam, Bunya al-Islam ala khams. The Islam is based upon 5 pillars, as you know. And number 1 is Iman and Shahada, and then Salah, immediately Zakah. Zakah came in the Qur'an many times with the Salah, Aqimus Salah wa Atu Zakah, Aqimus Salah wa Atu Zakah, around 82 times in the Qur'an. How emphasized, how important is this ibadah. And Zakat itself has a meaning. It's from Tazkiyah, a purification. Also, Zakah has another meaning, Numu, giving more barakah, progressing, developing. So once we give zakah, pay zakah, our wealth are purified, and also it is having more barakah. So these 2 meaning in the word itself of the zakah. And also it is used for praising someone. That's in Arabic they call tazkiyah. Tazkiyah means, tazkiyah al-nafs, the purification of the soul, you know that. Also tazkiyah is used nowadays for official purpose, to give somebody recommendation. That I know him, he is a very good person. So this is called also tazkiyah. So a very good meaning around this word itself. And then zakat is also very rewardful ibadah. Many of the rewards mentioned in the Qur'an of zakat. In Surah Tawbah, ayah number 103, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Ba'd a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, khudh min amwalihim sadaqatan tutahhiruhum wa tuzakkihim biha." Okay, so take, O Muhammad, from their wealth, referring to the Muslims, and it will be a charity by which you purify them, to zakkihim biha, and cause them increased. So tazkiyah had these 2 meaning. Wa salli alayhim, and you pray for them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept their zakah. And zakat has also some other many Quranic ayah mention its virtue, and in the many of the Quranic ayah says those who will be qualified to go to Jannah, they will be, their attributes coming after Salah, they used to give zakah. Many of the ayats mention that. And not giving zakah is very important, very, very serious kind of sin. Very serious sin, grave sin, one of the kabair al-dhunub, and severely punished. They will be severely punished in Jahannam. All this scenario came in many ahadith and Quranic ayah. Okay, and that's why in hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man atahu Allahu malan falam yu'addi zakata, muthila lahu yawm al-qiyamati shuja'an aqra, lahu zabibatan yutawwiquhu yawm al-qiyamah, thumma ya'khudh bi lahzamatayhi, يعني شدقي, ثم يقول أنا مالك أنا كنزك, ثم تلا هذه الآية, ولا يحسبن الذين يبخلون بما آتاهم الله من فضله هو خير لهم بل هو شر لهم, سيطوقون ما بخلوا به يوم القيامة, ولله ميراث السماوات والأرض, والله بما تعملون خبير." In Surah Al-Imran, ayah number 180, this ayah is mentioned. In the hadith that Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Whomsoever Allah has bestowed with wealth and he does not pay its zakah, that wealth will be made to appear before him on the day of judgment in the form of a bald serpent, very dangerous, a poisonous snake with 2 horns or spots on its face. The person's neck will be encircled therewith on the day of resurrection. This snake will encircle the person from his toe, from his feet to until coming to his face. Okay? then the snake will hold him from the hand with its two jaw bones and say, I am your wealth and I am your hoarded treasure. On his cheek, biting with its poisonous, teeth, and will say, Ana maluka, ana kanzuka. I am your wealth, I am your hoarded treasure, which you loved so much and did not pay zakah. He thought paying zakah will be reducing your wealth. And this, many Muslims in many Muslim world, they are rich, but they don't think about zakah. They don't pay. Some of them give some charity. Oh yes, I have given some charity. One day I remember a person, I encountered him, he's quite rich. Do you pay zakah? Yes, I do pay. Every day I pay something. Every year I pay something. Every year. Do you calculate? Oh, I give something. He thought if he's calculating, it will be too much. So it's very difficult for him to pay that amount of money. So he thought he'll be very clever. If Allah asks you, have you paid zakah? He'll say, yes, every year I paid. So subhanAllah, the love of the world made them. Who is the giver of this world? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You may think, oh, I'm very clever. I'm very rich with my intellect, so it is my money. Al-malu malullah. This wealth is given by Allah. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. From what I have given them rizq, sustenance, they spend, and that is referring first to the zakah and then other sadaqah. Is a rizq, razaqnahum. Allah has given this rizq. People should appreciate that. Should not be worried, subhanAllah. Sometimes people will ask if they can escape some portion of zakah, so they can, give a bit less. Subhanallah. Allah was giving you give to Allah is a small portion. Only if you have, £1,000, 25 pound is zakah. It's still 975 is in your cash. So why you are so worried? Now, after this importance of this introduction of status of zakah and the reward and the punishment of not giving zakah, we are coming to the very fiqh of the zakah. Zakat is payable by those who are sane, who are adult, who are sahibun nisab, and a Muslim. So you should be having owner of the nisab. And the nisab means there is a threshold, an amount. If you reach that level, then you pay zakah. You don't reach that level, you don't need to pay zakah. So what is this threshold? What is this nisab? It is at the moment, it is decided on the price of silver and or gold. Of course, gold price is too high. Silver price is less, and that's why if it is silver, then nisab is 52.50 gram of silver. Okay. Sorry, it is other one. No, it's 595. Jazakallah khairan. 595 is the gram, it's the value of silver. Gold value is very high, so which is lower internationally or worldwide. Worldly, sometimes value of the gold will be high, sometimes value of the silver will be high. At the moment in this dunya, in our century, the gold is very high. So we'll be looking at the 595 gram of silver's value. That we checked day before yesterday, it become 996 pound, because the value of the gold and silver raised much more than last year, double. If the ratio of the increment of the value of the silver is higher compared to gold even. So if 996 pound is in your custody and from the 1 year this amount or more was with you, and in the Today, it is 996 pound. That means you are owner of the nisab. You are payable to pay the zakah. You qualify, you must pay. It could be whatever amount, minimum is 996 pounds. If somebody has less, he is not owner of nisab, he will be not paying zakah. Okay, then first coming to the recipient of the zakah now, those who will be paying zakah, who will be receiving zakah. Some of the scholars said that those who are not baligh, they will be not paying zakah. This is one of the opinion, fiqh opinion, Hanafi opinion. And majority scholars consider no. Zakat will be payable by the even who is not adult. If child has good amount of money, will be paying zakah. Child is mukallaf here because there is money. وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, in their wealth, there is a right of those who are begging, looking for help, and who are in need. Okay? So that is haqqul ma'lum. Also in the Qur'an, in the wealth, there is a fixed amount of haqq, a portion. Is whoever is the owner of the wealth is adult or is not adult, this is not the question. So they are looking from this Quranic ayah. Okay? When, if Allah said, this is for, he didn't say details for adult, for not for the children. He didn't say that. Neither any hadith said that. Therefore, it should be taken generally in their wealth. There is a portion of the people who are poor, and that is 2.5%. So the nisab is this way: 552.50 tola silver, and it is 996 pounds. Okay. After that, we are coming to those who will be recipients of zakah, who are qualified to receive our zakah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Qur'an, إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ وَالْمَسَاكِينِ. So he mentioned all these 8 causes, areas of the people qualified to receive zakah. Number 1, faqir. Number 2, miskin. Al-fuqara al-masakin. So what is the difference between faqir and miskin? Faqir is the one who has almost nothing. Maybe have very little. He's not. He's always rely upon people's favor. A beggar is a beggar. It is known. So al-masakin, miskin, he's not faqir. He has something. He has many things probably, but in some basic thing he missed. He may have food for 1 month, maybe for 6 months, but he may have the food, but he is in trouble of buying the clothes. He has no money. Maybe he has also money to buy the clothes, but he cannot see the doctor. Back home it was very expensive to pay for the medicine, doctor's fee, to hospital fee. So this is the need. He could be also managing his fees and other things, but he has a roof. It is broken, and now it is not safe to live here. Rainfall is dropping to his bedroom, children. So to build his house, he is qualified to get zakah if he has no any other mean. And next one, as you know, will be coming that if he has his management of the life, his maintenance is okay, but he is indebted with a huge amount of money, he cannot pay that, which is another independent group will be coming later. So you understand difference between faqir and miskin. Both of them are qualified to receive zakah. Sometimes giving miskin is more rewardful than faqir. Why? Because faqir will be begging to the people. The miskin has the honor. He is a very gentleman. He don't like to be humiliating himself, but he is suffering so much. If you know them, they are really suffering, but not, people don't know. People think they are well off. To give them is sometimes could be more rewardful. Okay? So both of them qualified. Then next one, وَالْعَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا. Those workers in the Department of Zakat in the Muslim state works as staff in this department, their salary could be paid from Zakat fund. And it was practiced in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahaba, and later on when Muslim state were having this fund. So some people nowadays, if they think we are organizing, we have a Zakat collection, NGO, so we pay their salary. Many of the charity organizations, there was complaint, I hope not everybody, they are using from Zakat money to pay salary of their employees, which is not accepted by many scholars' understanding, not right. It should be state-appointed Zakat collectors and distributors, not I open one charity organization, you open one charity organization, and we get salary from that. That's totally wrong. If anybody does, it will be a big mistake. I hope no Islamic organization does this, hopefully, inshallah. This third one. The fourth one, وَالْمُؤَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ. The next one is those whose hearts have to be reconciled. Who are they? They could be non-Muslims, they could be new Muslims. In the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he used to pay zakat, give zakat to a Muslim, non-Muslim, tribal head came to meet him. He's a rich man himself. And he was discussing with him, offering Islam to him, to motivate him. He said, okay, when I was seeing off, I said, take for you all these goats, which is between these two mountains, take all these goats. So it's goats of zakah. He's a rich man. The man was so, happy, and he took it and he went all these goats to his tribe. He said, oh people, everybody become Muslim. Wallahi, Muhammad gives, he'd never worry what amount he gives. So this is, he was given to non-Muslim, and to new Muslim it is also allowed. He give in some cases to the new Muslims as well, similarly. So this is an issue. There is ikhtilaf about this. Can we continue today or not? Majority scholars said we cannot do it today. First of all, it should be some condition. The Islamic State, a authority, a country is run by pure Islamic system, and that should be them. Many scholars say they will be not also allowed to give. They will say it was only given in the beginning of Islam when number of Muslims were less. After Islam is established, people became Muslim, and alhamdulillah, there is no shortage of Muslims today in the world. So we don't need to increase our number through this way. So this is no more allowed. That is the position of the majority scholars. However, some of them say if in theory somewhere Islamic State is really established, still they could be considering this. That's minority scholars' opinion. Next one is وَفِي الرِّقَابِ. Riqab is those who are slaves, emancipation of the slaves. They would like to be free, paying his salary when it was sold in the market. How much is will be his price. So he agrees with his master that I make an agreement with you. I will pay you this. If it's 10,000 pound or 20,000 pound agreed, I will pay you off. And you make an agreement with him, and he will say, give me time, 1 year or something. I will be working. I will be asking zakat from zakat fund. Once I get it, I will pay you. I will be free. He is called mukatib. In the fiqh, there is a chapter of mukatib. So, of course, nowadays slavery is not here. So this is not relevant anymore here now. Wal gharimin, the sixth group of people, who are وفي القبغان والغارمين yes. وفي سبيل الله. وفي سبيل الله is in the way of Allah. It will be zakat will be spent in the way of Allah. Way of Allah has two concepts. One is very specific concept. Other one is open generic concept. Generic concept is a masjid is fi sabilillah, madrasa fi sabilillah. is this falling under this fi sabilillah? Majority of scholars say no, fi sabilillah only referring to the jihad fi sabilillah, practically fighting enemies of Allah. So for that cause, zakat will be spent, salary of the army and their food supply, arms, ammunition, all other things could be bought. Any cause of jihad, it could be only, not open to many other, area. So that's fixed with that territory only. Defending Islam, defending Muslims, that kind of thing. Now, nowadays, some of the scholars open little bit this one to say now jihad is not only with the arms, jihad in the media as well. Okay, some of them given some fatwa. I know some of the reliable scholars in the Muslim Ummah has given fatwa as well. That's why Zakir Naik, when he was defending Islam, I know many of his events, you remember, there are terrorism, many other things, question was coming in his big gathering. The way he was answering back, mashallah, nobody could do. So some of the very well-known scholars of the Ummah given him fatwa to take zakat money for that cause, if there is a need. So this is fi sabilillah. It has, one is a bit fixed, narrow area, other one is a bit wide kind of area. So don't go to the wider area until you get fatwa from a very reliable scholar. Okay. And so of course, it's not allowed to run the masjid with zakat money, like the normal other cases. Wabn Sabil, the last one, Ibn Sabil, the wayfarer. You go to USA with, mashallah, you have good money, you have the mobile with you, you have wallet. But suddenly happened in some place, you lost your wallet. You lost your mobile phone. Nobody nearby. You are now no penny in your pocket. So if in that case, temporarily you fall, then you're entitled to get zakat money to come back to your country or get some kind of communication, so you get your phone back so you can draw money. Until that, you are allowed to get it. Right. Now, who are recipients? They should be poor and destitute, as we asked, fuqara and masakin. Poor are defined as those people whose net assets, excluding basic necessities such as house, food, clothing, furniture, etc., are below the nisab threshold, and a person's poor relatives should be also given a preference when distributing zakat above other poor people. So if you have your own extended family, your relatives are very poor, giving zakat to them more is more rewardful. It is ajrul sadaqa wa ajrul qaraba. Although hadith is da'if, but many of the scholars taken the concept that given Quranic ayah wa ati dhal qurba haqqahu, like this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned so much about them. So a bit of giving the priority is good. However, it doesn't need that you give all to them while somebody very near a neighbor of you is in hunger. So you need to look at that as well, make a balance here. And then it is not necessary to inform the recipient of the payment being zakah. When you give zakah, if he is a gentleman, he feel humiliation of people giving him zakah. He is a honorable person at the moment financially in crisis. So you don't need to tell that it is zakat. But it should be your intention that you are paying zakah while giving. You cannot delay any a little bit. While giving, paying to him, in your mind, in your thought, it is zakah. But if somebody came to you, I'm such a desperate situation, please give me £100, £500, and you're giving him. He didn't think about zakah. Then he started going to think, oh, I can consider it from zakah. It is late now. You have to, while giving, you are aware it is zakat. That need to be very clear. While giving zakat, Now a question comes, إنما الصدقات للفقراء للم للتمليك. It is ideal to give money to them. Okay? Sometimes back home we have seen some people, rich people, will be buying thousands of dress. You know, they are not giving money, only giving men their dress and women their dress. This is many people I have seen back home. They think zakat is given this way only. No, litamlik, you make him, he is getting owner of the money. He will spend according to his need, what he needs for more desperately. You don't just buy some kind of thing for him and you pay zakat this way. That's not, you don't take this decision. Okay? In accession is in one case. Sometime, if you give to the family head, zakat, good amount, what he'll do? MashaAllah, he'll be having all this personally going to the bazaar and he's enjoying food and other things and will be consuming this money within short period of time. He'll be not using it properly, that he has children, family, months he need to use. He'll be just finishing within, alhamdulillah, a couple of weeks, all this. Then for their benefit, you don't give him cash. What you do, buy rice for them, or wheat for them, buy things for them. His family will be eating, because this man, he could be people play gambling. He could be a gambler. He could be drug addict person. He'll be using in wrong causes. In that case, you don't give him money, rather than buy stuff will be useful for his whole family. Okay, that is only. If not, it is his money. We should give money to him in general causes. Now we are coming to the some items of personal assets where zakat is payable. Number one, all assets owned for personal use are exempt from zakat except cash, gold and silver, which are always subject to zakat. So if you have very expensive kind of, some stuff at your room, very expensive furniture, many other things. You have very expensive car, you have 2 cars, 3 cars. So there is no zakat on this personal, use. You use it for your personal use. There is no zakat on it. Although these are assets. If you buy this, if you sell this car, it's mashallah a huge amount of money, but there is no zakat on it. So zakat is always paid on the balance of the assets owned on the zakatable anniversary, and not any fluctuating figure during the year. It's another idea, another point, that you have income in the beginning, you have your savings in the beginning of the year, and then after 2 months it got a bit low, and then high, then low, then high. You don't look at all the high and low, ups and down. You only, at end of the year, zakat anniversary, it's a good idea for everybody to write down in his notebook that what is my zakat anniversary. Okay? If you could not do before, now fix a date. For example, you are doing it 10th Ramadan, for example, like that it will be. If you write the Gregorian date, it will be a problem, because that is 11-day extended year. Therefore, we need to calculate the Hijri year, which is the Arabic month. And that's why many people give zakat in Ramadan. At least they will not miss the month. Okay? Many other months, people don't know when is Rabiul Awwal or Jamad al-Ula. So, but Ramadan, everybody knows. That's a good idea. That's why main reason. Another reason, it could be more rewardful because of Ramadan. People choose to give zakat in Ramadan. Zakat is not payable on haram income. So what we do? Give all haram income charity. Okay? Because inna Allah tayyibun wa la yaqbal illa tayyiban. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only accepts which is halal and tayyib and mubarak. So the haram money must be all donated to charity. Zakat is also payable on livestock and agricultural crops. That is long fiqh. We are not going to discuss that. If a gold or silver asset is owned for personal use and is made from a mixture of metals, including gold or silver, then zakat is only payable if gold or silver from the majority of the asset. Okay? So if it is minority, little bit of that, it will be not considerable. Al-aktharu hukmul kull. Okay? So it is not following the majority portion, therefore it will be not. Which one is gold or silver? Gold or silver, okay? Majority of the asset. Gold-plated personal jewelry is therefore not subject to zakat due to above. That's why some of the scholars said if it is significant portion, you may find out what is the percentage of that. If not, it is ignorable. Okay, and then zakat position on the business assets depends on your intention. For example, first one, clear intention to resell. The business commodity you have, you will be reselling it. Zakat due on entire asset value, always use selling price, market value. It is clear intention to hold as an investment. If it is the case, then zakat not payable on market value, but payable on net income from asset. For shares, zakat only payable on stock and cash. Zakat is not payable on goodwill or fixed equipment. For example, if it's a BT company, you have a share there, 500 pound, 1,000 pound, okay? If zakat is not for the whole value, whole amount you invested or you bought the share. Because they have many assets, fixed asset like building, headquarter, many millions, its value is. So your investment a portion is over there. So what is there, stock and cash only, on that is zakah. A big company, maybe 20 million, their stock and cash will be maybe 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. It's not whole 20 million. It's all these fixed assets which are not zakatable, they are exempted. That's why your whole amount is not zakatable. I hope this point is clear. Not clear yet? Okay. Look, BT company, how many million or billions they have? And Shell, a petroleum company, they have many offices, many buildings, many places, not only in the UK, other countries. These are valuable items that will be not added to the value of the zakat. Only what money they have, what they are selling item, sellable item with them, this portion will be zakatable. So each BT company has, many billions, 20 billions, maybe zakat will be only 2, 3 billions, 5 billions. So you invested with them 1,000, maybe zakat will be on 200 pound only, 300 pound only, because all this money against all this big building, which is not zakatable. Did you understand that? To understand more, another example I give, practical. You are opening an industry. So you bought the land for that industry with 1 million pound. And you bought the machineries, all these, another million pound, 2 million pound. And then 1 million pound is, you bought the raw material, it is value, and some production are ready to be will be sold, that value, and you have some cash, altogether only 1 million. So zakat will be in 1 million pound, while you have invested 3 million pound. Understand the difference now? So I invested there 3,000 pound, for example, So I'll be paying zakat of 1,000 pounds, not 3,000 pounds. Does it make sense? Is it clear?
No, not revenue. No.
Is in what money they have, cash, and what item they will be selling is ready, and what item they have sold, they will be receiving the money. Also, they will be deducting what they bought, the raw material, they need to pay it off, they will be making balance this way, and the remaining portion will be given zakat. We discussed when we studied with Mufti Taqi Usmani, Hafizahullah, he said, very small portion is zakatable in the big companies, like that, big industries. I forgot now, he said 20 to 30%. And the rest of things are the fixed assets. These are not zakatable. Although valuable, if they sell it, a huge amount of money. At the moment, this is not, in zakatable item. Only about this. Don't ask me a question, for I'm going to finish presentation first. This specific point, did you understand? If I invested 3,000 pounds, why I'll be paying only 100,000 zakat? Is that point clear? Khalas. We go ahead, inshallah, complete the presentation, and then we'll take question. Bismillah. Now, clear intention to hold as an investment, zakat not payable on market value, but payable on net income from asset. For shares, zakat only payable on stock and cash. Zakat is not payable on goodwill or fixed equipment. Again, very clearly. Number 3, clear intention to reside if asset is property. Okay? It is not zakat payable. This then become a personal asset. If you have a residence, very expensive, there is no zakat on it. You have even 2 houses, 3 houses using for residence purpose. One house is in London, other house in Mecca, other house is in Dhaka. So all these are for your personal use or rental use. There is no zakat on it. But if you have intention of buying the house for resale purpose, I'll buy it and sell it, I'll buy it, I'll sell it. I'll be buying land and selling, real estate business. All assets, building, houses, lands, zakatable. But personal use, this is for my residence, this is I am getting rental purpose, there is no zakat on these houses. Only resale purpose we do. You have a car showroom, 100 car there, you buy and sell, There is zakat on this value of this cars, all, you have to pay zakat. But if you have a car garage, you have 500 car for rent a car, you use it for rent, okay? Not reselling, renting purpose. No zakat on the value of the car. But if it is your showroom is to sell, it is a business, you have to give zakat of the value of the car. Okay? The differentiation is clear? Okay? Huh? One you get the rent, it comes into your money, to your pocket. Of course, you will be paying zakat on the money. I'm not talking about the value of the car. That is not you need to calculate. Of course, any money comes to you, your salary comes, your rental income comes, you have a small shop, incomes come, all income we need to have, gathered together and then making zakat portion out. Okay? So no clear intention buying the house. I bought the house. I'm not sure. I found it's a good price. I buy it now. I don't know. I may use it as residence. I may rent it. I may resell it. It's not clear yet. No zakat yet. Once you decide I will be selling, then it will be going to the zakatable item. Coming back to the business assets again, business asset main theme is intention not to resell immediately. Business owners zakat payable on stock and cash, which you say, and not on goodwill or on capital, equipment, property. There is no zakat. Shares, zakat is not payable on value of shares. Zakat is payable only on the cash balance and stock valuation. This needs calculating. Properties, zakat is only payable on rental income. We said that. Pensions, zakat is only payable if you can choose how to invest the pension fund. This is mukhtalaf fihi. There is ikhtilaf about this. Many of the latest fatwa is that if you are not received it, then there is no zakat on it, even though money is increasing there, because it didn't come under your ownership yet. Okay. Now, liabilities and debts others owe you. You need to calculate that. If you are sure that you'll be getting back, inshallah, you have no worry, they will pay me back. So when you calculate your zakah, you will add that. You have given somebody £1,000 loan, other one £3,000 loan. So you have not worried that this money will be lost. They will be giving me back. So then you need to pay zakat of that money. But if you became worried, some person taken zakat quite long ago, he's not paying back. One of the two reasons. One is he's unable to pay, and it became uncertain when he'll be able to pay. So you put on hold, you don't pay zakat on that. Or the person is dishonest. He said, oh, I'll be giving you next year, well, I'll be giving you next month, but he never gives. So he became again worried, you'll be getting money or not. In both cases, you pause it, don't give it now. Once you receive, then you pay 1 year's zakah, because it is delayed so much. Okay? 1 year, because he given you after 10 years. If you calculate after 10 years zakat, maybe half of the money gone. So it is not your fault. You didn't delay deliberately, because money was not in your position. You could not get it from him. That's why just 1 year's zakat will be fine. Okay. So the bad debts, lost all hope of recovery. The zakat is not payable. But once you get, you give, and just pay 1 year, inshallah. Debts owed to others are deductible from your zakatable total if they are to be repaid in full within the next 12 months. Okay? Debts not repayable at all in the next 12 months are not deductible. You have no plan to pay within the next 12 months, you will be not deducting from the zakat amount. If debts are payable by installments, then 12 months debt is deductible. And it brings one issue, Islamic home purchase plans. Many of our brothers and sisters maybe bought house from Islamic bank or some kind of Islamic finance. There is not all are same scheme. There's two schemes available in the market. I'm not fully aware what is the new thing in the market, but anyway, in theory, two concepts. One is Murabaha scheme, other one is Ijara and Diminution Musharaka scheme. Murabaha scheme is how it works. So you go to an Islamic bank that I am buying this house, you loan me money. Islamic bank will be not giving you a loan. They will say, no, we are not allowed to give you a loan. What? Then what facility you have? We have Murabaha scheme. Which house you are buying? This house, what is the value of this house? £500. Okay, so we are making business with you. We'll buy this house with £500 and we'll be reselling to you £600 or £700. You pay us within 20 years installment. Is it allowed in Islam? It is allowed. It is allowed. It is a concept Murabaha bay in the Fiqh al-Buyu'. It is very clear chapter. Because if it is not allowed, then people's dealing transaction will be very difficult for the people. So I am buying from somebody, and I'm selling to you, I'm making profit. It's like a normal business. This is called murabaha. Ribhan is making profit through that. So bank is making profit. So some people don't understand why Islamic bank says murabaha. It is riba. They don't understand this little bit of system change make it halal. Okay? If they were giving you money, you bought it and given bank extra, that is interest. That's the bank cannot do this. That's why they buy and then they resell to you. And they make profit. It will be paid long time. Now one question is for your interest that some people this way will be, bank will be buying and they will be, not paying regularly. Okay? So if you don't pay your monthly repayment, what other normal bank does? They put interest. Islamic bank cannot do any interest here. Cannot increase any money. Oh, you didn't pay last month, you became default. So it will be increasing much more. They cannot increase. They have to fix murabaha rate. They cannot go beyond that. So bank will be Islamic bank. Then 10 customer, 100 customer go to buy this way, and they all become default. What will happen to the bank? Bank will close its door. So that's the international body. There is an organization called IAOP, based in Bahrain. The scholars had conference seminar. They agreed on a penalty concept. If any person defaults a month, he will be paying such a penalty. Penalty will be not taken by Islamic bank for their own need. It will be then interest. This penalty will be given to the poor fund, sadaqah cause. Okay? So this is another additional information to know that. So this is a murabaha scheme. So murabaha scheme, it is allowed for you to deduct next 12 months payment amount from zakat. Understand? So next 12 months only, what you'll be paying, if you're calculating your zakat, you can deduct next 12 months payment. After that, it remains, then you pay zakat of your money. Is this one clear? Okay. Now another concept of buying house from the Islamic finance, ijara and diminishing musharaka scheme. That is different than murabaha scheme. Okay. These are not considered the ijara and diminishing musharaka scheme as debt. Therefore, no future payments at all can be deducted from zakatable assets. Why? Because you have the share partnership. They didn't buy it with the murabaha concept. You have like 50% and the bank contributed 50%, or it could be 20-80%, and you get rent, bank gets a portion, you get a portion. If you're living there, you just pay bank's portion to them, slowly reduce. So this one is different concept. There 12 months in advance payment will be not deducted here, because it's like a share kind of business like idea. You don't pay zakat, you don't deduct zakat from here. Whatever percentage you agreed with the musharaka concept, of course you are having with them this regularly. I'm not explaining whole thing of musharaka, the things. That general concept that musharaka is, have you bought house with this? You never bought. This scheme is, briefly, that you have, for example, 20% of cash, and bank is adding 80% of cash, 500,000 or 1 million. You and bank both together bought the house. You have a small portion, they have bigger portion. Then each month you will agree market rate. What is the rate of this house? What is the rent of this house? If you are living, so you will be enjoying your portion of the money you given. You pay them, if they are bigger portions, rent to them, percentage wise. That's ratio wise. Okay? In the end, within 20 years, 30 years, it could be coming in the end rent free, and their money is also repaid. That's briefly. This is not my subject here, okay? It's so diminishing musharaka, people who bought the house, they will be not exempted from to deduct 12 months payment. Okay? Right. And now I will be taking some sort of last points and will be giving you a chance to, inshallah, discuss. Okay. So when to pay zakat only paid when you are at or above the nisab level on your zakat anniversary. It was in the beginning good amount of money, but in the middle, in the end, it came to less than nisab. Don't worry, you don't need to pay zakat. If a person cannot remember the date upon which she first became sahib and nisab, owner of nisab, then one should make the best estimate. If an estimate cannot even be made, then a date should be selected, which is then stuck on each lunar year. Okay? The selected date does not have to be in Ramadan. It is, however, more virtuous to donate in Ramadan than any other time. Also, people can easily remember. As I said, we don't remember when it's Jamad al-Ula, Rajab, something, but Ramadan nobody will miss. Zakat should be distributed as soon as possible, at the very latest within one lunar year of the calculation date. So you can give it one go. You can give in installment according to the need of the people. Some people are poor. If you give them all money, whole year's money, they will be spending within a month. So you think, okay, I'll be giving monthly to them for their own interest. That is allowed. Okay. Missed zakat should be calculated to best of one's ability and should be paid. Okay. So you became owner of nisab 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You didn't realize. Now you realize, subhanallah, look at your income. So when you first became owner of nisab in your life. So this is, which year this is, Hijri calendar? 1447 Hijri calendar. Okay. So 10 years ago you became owner of nisab. You did not realize. So 1447. So go for this year I have this amount. Okay, last year, roughly this year I have 5,000. Last year maybe it was, 6,000. Or less, or more. Year before, roughly that. Year before, roughly that. You go back, the first time you can calculate that you are owner of the nisab. Then pay all of this as qada, without delay. Okay? Right. Now, some sort of recap. So, when we calculate zakat, personal assets should be zakat item. For personal assets are gold, silver, and cash. Brothers who are talking in that corner, please, they are disturbed by your talking. They are disturbed by your talking, please. Thank you. Jazakallah khair. So gold, silver, and cash, 3 items, mainly your personal asset. Then your business asset, okay, and that business asset which will be really reselling those items value. You have your personal asset, you have your business asset. Somebody have no business asset, no problem. Okay. Then add zakatable value only, not full value of business asset if intention is not to resell immediately. Like properties, as I said, rental purpose, not for resale, to live. Okay. Add debts owed to you by others. They will be paying to you, yes, sure. Add that also with your cash. Then subtract qualifying debts you owe to others. Then pay zakat 2.5%. Okay. Now, a case study we are dealing now. Sister Aisha, on her zakat anniversary date, 10th of Ramadan, takes account of her finances as follows. Okay. You check with me which one is zakatable, which one is not zakatable. Her personal car, very valuable car. Is it zakatable it is? No. Her clothing, she has too much, many wardrobe is full. May Allah give her hidayah. Any zakat on that clothes? She has very expensive furniture, 50,000 pounds even. Any zakat? No. Okay. Personal gold jewelry, 3,000 pounds? Yes. Owns 50% of home, worth 2,075K, diminishing musharaka, finance. Okay? She has, a big share over there. Okay? Okay. Is it, she will be paying zakat on the value of this house? Her house?
No.
No. No house. Owns half of another property, rented out? No. Rented out? No. Aisha has an optician's business. Of course, income always. Income is your money. When you sit down with your money, is it coming from business, coming from the loan bag, coming from your pocket, coming from a reward from anything, any money you own, any money. Aisha has an optician's business which has a stock of glasses and contact lenses worth 20,000.
No.
He said no, he said yes. Anybody else? It should be yes, because the business item is not the value of the property, is a business object. Things will be resaleable. That is, it should be valued and paid zakat on that. So all now come the big shops of grocery shop, stationery shop, a supermarket. How they will be calculating their zakat if they are Muslim? The technique is one day or one night, you close the shop, you hire many people or your children, your whole family come, shelf by shelf. What amount of, how many racks in this shelf? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 racks. Value of this, noting down. Finish this one shelf, going to the next shelf, going to the next shelf, going to the next shelf. Then these are zakatable items. Then find the value and all you need to calculate. A bit hard job, you have to do it. So zakat is on the material which will be sold, resaleable, and cash. Any raw material, for example, if you have a business, you have a restaurant, you invested in this restaurant, it may be 100,000 pounds. Decoration, chair, dining tables, and all these kitchen fittings, all things, 50, 60,000 you spend here. You have, all this cooker, all the many other things. There is no zakat on this whole investment. Zakat will be payable on is any cash in the business. What raw material you have, value it. What production ready to sell. So all this. Zakat will be only maybe 500,000 pounds zakat. Or you 1,000 pounds zakat. While you have invested here, 100,000. This is an example of the business zakat, how you calculate. Sorry. One cannot drink water in to control. Right. Okay. The cash in her business account total 15,000. In her personal account 10,000. Which one is zakatable? Thank you. Owns some shares in BP for resale only. 2,000 pounds. Yes, it is resale. It is not the other one. The share. The resale purpose is stock exchange. Buying and selling. It is like business commodity. So it will be looked into the whole amount. She has lent 3K to her friend.
No.
If she is confident to get it back, she should pay.
When she gets it back, and it's in her
No,
possession.
look, we give some loan to many people. Most of the time we get it back. So we know I am giving you, you are a reliable person, I don't have worry, you will be giving me back. Once I became worried that you have serious financial difficulty, you are not able to give me, then it is weak debt. I don't give it now. A strong debt, I paying it, he'll pay me back, I have to pay it. If you're really worried, then you can defer that. Once you receive, then you separately pay that. Okay. She has a personal pension chosen to invest in. This pension one is concept is changed now, as I said earlier. Until you receive, is not in ownership. Then ignore that. She owes 500,000 to suppliers of glasses. She owes. She need to pay to them. Subtract, deduct from her cash. 3 years worth of installments are outstanding on furniture purchased. Total debt outstanding is 600,000. She'll be paying back within 3 years. Can she deduct all this whole amount?
Hello? No. Stop. No.
Maybe. Here, may Allah help him. Okay. So, you okay? 12 months will be deducted. So she had to pay within 3 years this amount of money, monthly installment. She can only deduct for next 12 months one. Okay, right. So again, khalas, alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Next 12 months means if I'm paying Zakat, let's say from first Ramadan to first Ramadan.
Yes.
Is it for the next, because I'm paying Zakat for this year, so only for the next 12 months or the existing 12 months? You know what I mean?
If we have paid this year's one gone, next 12 months. Okay. Right. Anything else? Are you?
So one is about saving. So let's say from first of Ramadan to the one Ramadan, I'm saving money. Now, let's say just before the Ramadan start date, I have 5,000 savings. No. I didn't possess this 5,000 for the one whole year.
Is latest balance, my brother.
Latest.
Just latest balance. It could be years with you, could be just newly came before you calculate.
إذا مر عليه الحول when a year has passed.
Marra alayhi al-hawl is not each amount of money, my brother. That somebody who was never zakatable, never qualified to give zakah. First time he got money saving, he will be looking for 12 months. But I have been giving zakat for last 20 years. I don't need to say, okay, each amount of money 12 years, each amount of money 12 years. Then 12 months you are paying, calculating zakat. It's one go. Pardon? That's, you bought items, goods, you will be paying to him. Is it the question? What is it? Tell me. So a supplier paid to you, supplied to you. Okay.
So I have a cash for them to pay. So in that time of the Zakat anniversary, if I have some money, do I need to pay for?
Yes, if it's some money due to you to pay, supplier or worker or contractor did some work, you will be paying him, you can deduct it.
Another thing is in business, in the operation also, I have some money, for example, operating cost for 3 months or 6 months.
Operation cost will be happening future. You don't deduct it from now. You
I have to pay the Zakat.
yes. What you will be spending in future, you did not spend it yet. You have to pay zakat. But if you have bought, for example, a house, or any stuff you bought already and repayment coming later on. That's why maximum you deduct for 12 months in advance. Okay? For service, you bought service. For example, maintenance service, you are paying, made a contract with them. Okay, that's your question. You made a contract with the service provider people for 12 months. Okay? So you'll be paying them 12 months. Okay. So whatever you are going to pay to them in 12 months, can you pay today from your zakat? This is the question. Okay. Look. Okay. Can I ask a question to you? You'll be having some shopping for you. Your, how to call it? Grocery shopping next 12 months. Should you deduct? You'll be not deducting. So whatever you are, future supposed to spend, that it will be not deducted. Only a consideration given to the big commitment you have already bought, and that installment is becoming due. And if you pay zakat, it will affect. For that is this concession of 12 months. Okay?
There's any time lag for supplier for
Okay, I may need to sit down with you personally to maybe the details. Yeah, Father. Zakat related? Okay. I helped my uncle with 4,000 to buy a house. I know he won't be able to repay the money immediately. Inshallah, he may be able to return the full amount after 4 to 5 years. In that case, if it's difficult for you to pay, if you are not sure, then if you want to put on hold not to pay, that's fine. But the question is here, if you become totally uncertain, this is one issue. If you are not uncertain, you are certain he will be paying me back, then you pay 4 or 5 years zakat. Yeah. If I ask him to repay something now, he could probably give me 7,000 or 8,000, but I prefer not to ask him on anything because I know he has more urgent financial priorities than paying me back. In that case, it is voluntarily you are doing ihsan to him, he still pays zakah.
He's going to pay or
You pay. Your question is answered. I don't need to read that. Okay. Are you anything else? Yes. By mistake, I paid extra zakat in total by a large amount. Can I reduce this from next year's zakat, or after, or better to give this away as sadaqah? Of course, next one is better or more rewardful. However, if it is mistake, you want to keep it for next year's zakat, you may do so as well.
You have to give zakah on pensions.
Pension until you receive, you don't become owner. Okay. Ji, yes, you raise hand. Okay, yes.
A miskin is probably on the borderline. He's not really a miskin, but maybe he's miskin, Allahu Alam. But he's like a student of knowledge. Can I give my zakah money to him? For him to...
Why will be giving zakah? Is he facing any difficulty in his life?
Yeah, more or less. Every now and then, he's got a big family, but he wants to...
He's a poor miskin. You can give it to him. Yeah.
Another miskin guy to build a house, but sometimes, they like to build bigger houses, They probably need a small house, but, they're making a bigger house. A miskin person,
Okay. Anyway, still he has no money, so he is still entitled, but it's not to encourage him.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Question regarding inheritance. My mom passed away recently, and she left some cash and a little bit of gold. our siblings, we've not decided to take the money for ourselves. We're going to spend all of it, inshallah, as sadaqah. But if we don't spend all of that within the next year, does that mean we have to now take our share and give in a year's time, or can we spend that as sadaqah over, say, 2 or 3 years?
This money, his mother died and she left some wealth. It should not be, you are all owners, percentage-wise, children. Okay? So you have to fix your percentages, and if you could not fix percentages, you look into the whole asset's value, zakat should be paid. Zakat should be paid.
After that first year?
Yes.
But if we so for example, if we spend all of that within the first year, then that's...
Or if the year is not complete yet, then zakat is not due. If you know that she has paid zakat very recently, not 1 year completed, then you don't need to pay zakat now.
And would that be the same on the gold as well? So if we haven't decided to like who takes the gold or whatever, then
You are collectively responsible.
Gold and money, both, all are inheritance. Of course, you do, you cannot, maybe gold is small amount, you can distribute it in too much. So some person look at the value of the gold and value of the money left, so make the comparison, and so somebody can take gold.
when at the beginning you said so if our children's wealth, so anything that's gifted to our children when they were born, and we just kept it to say we spend it soon. As soon as that is about 900 something,
Yeah,
we should give in the
yeah, you should give, you should give. Yes.
Someone has gold, you know, and obviously every single year you have to pay the zakat on this gold, personal gold. What if this person is holding the gold, but he doesn't have cash to, pay the zakat on it? How does that work?
That's why the Fuqaha suggested that she will be selling the gold to pay zakat, or her husband kindly pays zakat, giving money to
Sells
her.
the gold.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
just to follow up on that one. So you know when we sell the gold, so would we now, obviously we're going to get a rate from the jewelry shop, which is different to the amount that you see as a market value. So would we,
Market value, you have to look at the market value.
even if the shop, if we go to like Green Street and we sell that gold, and they give us like a fifth less than what the market value is.
The gold, if for the used gold here, if you go to resale to them, they give very low price. They don't give the right price. Therefore, idea is that old gold, you look at the market price if it is new, then deduct 10 to 12%. Okay? Look at the market rate, current rate, and reduce only 10 to 12%. That is the real gold. In the back home, when you go to sell the old gold, you get this kind of rate. But here is totally different system. Yeah.
As if I give gold to my daughter or my wife, but if she doesn't work and it is less than the nisab, should I add all of them with my gold, or does my daughter's gold as a father I am responsible?
See, we don't need to have, if you give an ownership to your daughter, she is owner of that. Your wife is owner of her one. Okay? Don't need to combine all together. If you don't consider it is my gold, but I just given my daughter to wear, then it is your gold. But if you think, no, alhamdulillah, I am given to my daughter, it is her gold. Then you have no responsibility. If it doesn't reach to the nisab level, no zakat on it. And your wife on same thing. If it doesn't reach the nisab independently, then there is no zakat. So you don't need to have all family members go together, making it one pot, no. Okay? Type? Further, yes.
Say 1,000 pounds of work of gold today, and price tomorrow. Today we get stuck to year has passed the next one. Do you have them together and pay?
If you bought gold, it is an asset. If you did not buy gold, money is with you. Either way, you cannot escape. Both ways you have to pay zakat. Makes sense? Yeah, thank you. Okay? Khalas. Anything else?
I heard there is a bit of a different one. I heard one person saying
Because what some people will do is, for example, they don't know how much I owe to Zakat. At the end of the year, they're saying, okay, I owe 10, I have to pay 10 pounds or 15 pounds Zakat. This is in 10 or 15 pounds. Then they say, oh, I'm very generous, I'll pay 15 pounds. You get my question? So they don't calculate Zakat accurately.
Okay.
Then they say,
I'll give them something.
yeah, but they say 10 or 15. They say, I'm generous, I'll pay 15 pounds. But the person argued, no, we should know the zakat because this is a further thing. I can't go to say like Fajr Salah. Today I'm feeling very happy. Instead of 2, I'll pay 4 rakat.
Okay, right. No, it's if somebody does some rough calculation, could not do accurately, but he's sure he didn't do less rather than he did more, inshallah, it is yaqeen. No problem, it will be fine. But if somebody does in roughly, okay, I don't do all nitty-gritties, I give something. If he given less, then he's in trouble. So that is the criteria. If he does generously more, no worry.
All this calculation, sometimes it might be a bit difficult for some people. Like when did you have more than £2,000? When did you have more than £3,000? Because it changes.
Fluctuates.
Yeah.
At end of the day, when you are zakat anniversary, zakat day, what money you own. Don't look at how much was income, how much was the expenditure. You don't need to look into that.
Just to be on the safe side, see what you have.
Latest balance, my brother. Latest balance. Follow?
That's fine. No problem.
Okay. Sorry, father.
So it's assets, not salary. That you calculate about assets, not like salary.
It depends what asset is. If it's a house, what purpose?
Not like salary from job.
Salary from job came as money form in your pocket. That's all. You don't know if it is salary or something else. Money you own. Okay? You have last year saving little bit. This year salary came. Khalas. All together.
Saving, not on the spending. Like if I get, right, that's on the spending.
Spending, forget about spending. Only what is money you own today. That's all. When you are sitting down for zakat, what is the money you own? Khalas, that's all. Don't look at when it came, how much you spend. You don't look into all these. Right?
What you have currently today in your bank is the fund you paid and the capital.
Latest balance in your.
Throughout the whole year, wherever has come.
Whatever come, you came, millions came, spend.
Like 10,000 actually pay and take another one.
No, that's all. That's all. Very simple. Very simple. Have that.
Something about intention when you give money. How specific do you have to be? You can't say zakat.
When you give money, make it out, you're aware that it is zakah. If you're not aware, somebody came, brother, I'm desperate need, you give me 50 pounds, take it. So you have mainly just giving charity to him. Is this charity, can you count it as zakah? No, because he did not have this intention at that time. So that's why I'm saying that late niyyah will be not working. On the spot, if you have niyyah of zakah, then it is zakah. If you have no niyyah, then it is general sadaqah charity.
You gave an example of somebody owning a car showroom, selling cars.
Yeah.
Let's just say, for example, I'm just interested, I don't have cars to sell. But he's got 50 cars, and his intention is to sell it, not to rent it.
Yeah.
Let's just say this year he doesn't sell any cars. What does he do then?
This is,
poor business, like 2 cars he sells.
look, this is, if he cannot pay no money, then he'll be selling some of the car with whatever loss to pay the car.
He needs to adjust somehow.
Because these cars are asset granted to him by Allah.
Okay.
He has to give this right to Allah, who is He fixed for him 2.5%.
So same goes for any multiple properties that you're thinking of selling.
Yes, absolutely.
Even back home.
Uh,
Back Bangladesh, you got, 60 acres. You're thinking of selling that 60 acres.
No, look, I inherited, I bought long some times ago. There is no zakat on this land because I have no in my mind to resale. I have flats, I have land properties, plots. I don't know. I may be building house, maybe see how money increase. I don't know. I may sell, I may not sell. It's not fixed yet. So this is not zakat on it. Only upon reselling things. I resell clear. This is business property.
When you make the intention that I'm going to sell this.
Yes. That's the main purpose. Okay. Look, general public like us, we are not considering it is business. Like only real estate companies, that is a pure business, of course, yeah. Okay, I think we can conclude here now, inshallah. جزاكم الله خيرا سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله تعالى